pledge allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Before we get started with the agenda, I'd like to go around the room. We have a lot of new faces here, and everybody can just introduce themselves. We'll start with Ms. Whitinger.
I'm Maria Wagner, Council Guard.
John Simpson, District 2.
Karen Weiss, Township Manager.
Scott Staggers, CMX.
Karen Frank, Parks and Recreation Director.
Rick Carver, Buildings and Grounds Director.
Joe Lawrence, Chief of Police.
Tim Creelman, Finance Director.
Chris Osciaga, Director of Public Works.
Mike Clark, Township Solicitor.
Dean Eisenberger, Council, District 1.
Mary Lou Redding, Ward 4.
I'm Vince Gillen. I'll be the chairman this year, and I represent District 3. First on our agenda here is a presentation from Cold Point Village. I assume that's, is that you, Mr. Taylor?
Yes, it is. Well, I already said hello, good evening again, and Happy New Year. Cold Point Village, I'm gonna pass a couple of these around. I didn't bring too many of them. I know you get bombarded with paper, and nobody ever seems to want them when we leave. So I brought a few, and then I'll have a big plan on the board that we can pass around. Cold Point Village is a project that we've been working on since 2006. Need one more back there? It's 2006, at the corner of Plymouth Road and Butler Pike. And the property was originally zoned a combination of single-family residential, limited industrial, light industrial. It was a complicated piece that had gone through multiple different concepts through various developers. JPI, an apartment company out of Texas, talked about putting 400 apartments there, and Walmart wanted to come there at one point. There was a proposal by the Kilduff Group for 112 townhouses or something like that. And nothing ever seemed to take hold. We got involved in the project and saw this piece as one of the rare pieces in Montgomery County to do a village project. And the village project is a concept that gets kicked around a lot, especially in eastern Montgomery County by multiple planners, because it's like the big buzz, you know, make it walkable, make them take up less space, you know, make them more architecturally pleasing, you know, bring the community back to the area. And there's so few pieces, and I've yet to see one in this area of Montgomery County where it's possible, but this one happens to work because you have the single-family residential with the reeling job in White Marsh, you have the Cold Point Manor project that we're building across the street, and then you have the piece that Brandywine owns on the other side of Plymouth Road. And to give you an idea of what I'm talking about, the bright green. The bright green on an arrow is where we are. So here's Plymouth Road, here's Butler Pike. This is the railroad line. Danello's office is down here. The Cold Point Manor project we're building in White Marsh is on the right side of the page. I wanted to come in tonight. We have submitted our plan to the township, and I've just received some review letters. And I thought, since there are so many new people involved, and that since it's been a while since we came in, I just wanted to give everybody a refresher and kind of bring everybody to speed and make myself available following the meeting at any time if you want to talk. But the chronology of the project was fall of '06, we started concepts and presentations. January of '07, the zoning hearing board granted us a special exception to do the fill work that you see here, where before we owned this property, there was an old house here, there was a couple trees, not many, and the site needed to come up. We had an opportunity to get access to a lot of fill, and we built this site up, graded it, seeded it, put the basin in. The basin that you see there now, if you've been by, is in the same location as the one that's shown on the plan. The size will change, but the basin is in the location that we are proposing. So that work is complete. September of '07, we received the grading permit from the township. The fall of '07, spring of '08 was when we did that work, got everything stabilized. October of '08 was when council agreed to abandon the Butler Pike bypass, if anybody's familiar with that. concept to bring Butler Pike out through the field closer to the turnpike, behind some houses. There were traffic studies done by multiple traffic engineers, the county, PennDOT, the township all sat down with us and Brandywine, and everybody felt it was the right decision to eliminate that. Now that the work of this intersection, the realignment work at Flowertown Road that we did for Cold Point Manor and White Marsh was done, that the traffic problems have been alleviated and that there's no significant increase by moving Butler Pike. So that has been put down. Butler Pike would remain. There would be some work done to Butler Pike when Brandywine develops. That's just brief info. But the Butler Pike bypass was abandoned in October of '08, which prompted a redesign of the plan. And by redesign, I'm not talking about anything significant in changing the density or the size or the volume of the project. It was really just moving some things around, really to make the plan better. And since October of '08, that's what we've been working on. It's a very personal project to me because I've been in this area my whole life. I live in Plymouth now. And when you come down Butler Pike, this little spot from the bend at Narcissa to the railroad really has a lot of historical significance. It has a lot of architectural interest, and I feel like it's an opportunity so that when you come down here, you're looking at an area that, dare I say, done properly, because I know that's all subject to opinion, but for me, it's a personal project that we really want to do something here that looks good, and that's what we've been spending time doing, designing a project that is altogether unique, well-planned, and desirable. On the plan shown is 46 townhouses, a little more than 24,000 square feet of village commercial retail. By village commercial retail, I'm talking about restaurant, I'm talking about deli, I'm talking about office service like Kinko's or something like that, nothing big. We're not talking about macaronis, we're not talking about CVS, we're not talking about Wawa. The feedback since this project started was keep it residential service, keep it small office service. So those things we're talking about. A bank, we do have a bank interested in the site. They're very excited about the project. And the design on the first page of your handout for that commercial end will complement the houses that we plan to do. So you can see this was a concept for the bank. This is a concept for one of the buildings that would be commercial / office. Office has to go on the second floor. That you see, it's dormers, cupolas, pitched roofs. It's not a box with a flat ceiling with air conditioners on top and something that when you drive down, it's going to be. It benefits us, benefits the township, benefits the community. So we're going to be putting a lot of time and effort into those designs. We don't have carriage house or townhouse designs done yet, but they are in the works. The big thing with the site design, is that all along it was designed to promote the community. And a couple of things that we didn't like from the old plan. One of the things that's required is a village green or a central open space. And I guess by definition we met the ordinance, but the thing that didn't make a whole lot of sense was it was behind everything. And in looking at it, I felt, and our team felt, that this had to move and make it part of the community, because with the rear-loaded garage concept, which I'll get to in a minute, you really need something in the center, because this is everybody's yard. This is the focus of the site. And when the Butler Pike bypass was moved, we had a little bit more space. And what it enabled us to do was right in the middle of your page, to put this central green space area right in the center of the community, move the houses farther away from the railroad, farther away from the basin. And what we have is the majority of the site fronts on this central green space, which I'm really excited about, because when you drive into the site, you're gonna have, we're proposing a one-way road. It goes around this green space. There's a couple of parking spots where if the kid, it's a nice day, you're gonna have a picnic outside, or the kids wanna kick the soccer ball around. You can park right here, and there's enough space here that you can use it. And one of the things that we threw in is a 30 by 20 pavilion. Open air, covered roof, put some picnic tables in there. We're kicking around the idea of cementing in some grills underneath that would be charcoal, so that when these families are here and they wanna go outside and do something outside, they can go right to the village green. They got the pavilion, the tables are there, the grills are there, they just gotta bring their burgers and chocolate.